And there's so many women who hear this narrative. It's like, who feel this in our heads. I need to do one more thing. I need to learn one more thing. I need to get one more accomplishment so that somebody's going to believe that I'm qualified and that I'm ready to lead and that I know what I'm talking about and that I can stand in front of people and that I can make good decisions. And you hear that narrative over and over, and it can be hard to get over that. They say often that women have to be asked 7 times to run for office. I think I've probably been asked 15, so I'm pushing that average up there because it's hard to get past that narrative. But today, it's one of the reasons why today is such an exciting day, because August 26, 2017, this is the 97th anniversary of the 19th Amendment that didn't give women the right to vote. It recognized the right that women have always had to be active participants in our democracy. And in 2 days, we're going to come up on the 54th anniversary of the March on Washington, where Martin Luther King gave his powerful I Have a Dream speech in front of a crowd of, I believe it was over 250,000 people. So as we stand in the midst of this history, I want to acknowledge that 10 months from today, Montgomery County voters have a chance to make some gender justice and racial justice history of their own. I elected the first black woman ever to serve at large on the Montgomery County Council. And I want to acknowledge that there are black women in this county who have paved the way for that to happen. I want to acknowledge Odessa Shannon, who in 1982 became the first African-American female elected official in Montgomery County on the Board of Elections. And I want to acknowledge Valerie Irvin, who in 2006 became the first black woman elected to county council. To those women who defied all of the conventional wisdom, I also want to say thank you. And I'm running because I am done with conventional wisdom. Conventional wisdom is killing our communities. I need you to hear that. The conventional wisdom about what we can do in politics, what we can do in government, what we can do in our society is killing our communities. Conventional wisdom is telling us that in the wealthiest county in the state of Maryland, we still can't get our resources together and organize ourselves to meet the basic needs of thousands of our people. Conventional wisdom is telling us that we have to leave thousands of our folks unfed. Conventional wisdom is telling us that folks can't be safe in their houses and know that they won't make them sick and kill them. Conventional wisdom is telling people that they have to grind away at 1 and 2 and 3 jobs that barely allow them to provide for their families, and that is all they get. And conventional wisdom is telling those folks that they don't have a place in our government, that they don't have a place in the decisions that shape our lives every day, that they don't know enough, that they don't make enough, that they don't look the right way, that they haven't done the right things, that they haven't been in the right places, that they don't know the right people. But I'll tell you, if you want to know how to make a functional, reliable, affordable transit system, you better ask someone who lives up in Burtonsville and doesn't have to have a car and has to figure out how to get around this county and back and forth to their job every day, because they will tell you what needs to be fixed about our transit system. And if you want to know the kind of economy that you need, then you need to ask someone who is grinding away at a minimum wage job, trying to live here in one of the most expensive regions in the nation, and they will tell you what a new economy needs to look like. Their understanding, their vision, and their dreams for this world are the most powerful assets that we have in our community. And in my last year as an organizer, I've seen 2 things that have really impacted me. I have seen amazing people from all around this region share their dreams and their visions for what they believe that they could do in the world if they had access to the resources, if they knew how to make that path toward the things that they can see just ahead of them, that they could create that would transform their lives and the lives of people that they love and the communities around them. And when you hear folks say these things, it's mind-blowing. But then you also hear folks say, yeah, I'd love to do that, but there's no way I can make that happen. And that leads to the second thing that I've seen in the last year that's impacted me. I have seen a racist, misogynist, xenophobic, bigoted demagogue who doesn't even have the good sense to be ashamed of the things that come out of his mouth, elected to the highest office in our country. And the reason is because we have been telling all of those other people that what they want and who they are doesn't matter. And I'm running for office because I am done with that conventional wisdom. I do not believe that this is all I get. There are people I love and care about in this room, and I do not believe that this is all you get. My niece and my youngest nephew are in this room, and I will not leave this world to them. So, Nelson Mandela says, it's always impossible until it's done. Amen. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We are going to deal with our affordable housing crisis in Montgomery County. We will use our existing affordable housing program as a model and a base, but we are going to push it further. We are going to require more affordable housing. We are going to focus on developers who have affordable housing as their core mission, not as an add-on. We are going to make renting a secure and affordable thing in Montgomery County. We are going to stabilize rent prices, and we are going to ensure that renters have the ability to renew their lease, absent some really good legal reasons for doing so. We are going to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And we are going to invest in the capital and infrastructure that supports small businesses so that they can pay that minimum wage and grow and thrive. Because small businesses and workers are not each other's enemies, but we're set up to be in this system. And we are going to invest in small business incubators, in cooperative economic development, so that entrepreneurship, workplace democracy, and sharing the benefits of our economy are the foundation of our local economy here in Montgomery County. I'm particularly excited about how we can do that through food. I've been working in food justice for the last 6 years and looking at how in Montgomery County we have a unique opportunity to blend our urban and our rural resources to show folks what it is possible to do in a regional food system that not only feeds people, but also ensures that they have economic opportunity and that their knowledge and their culture around food is celebrated. We can do this here. We have so much potential. We are going to build a world-class, reliable, affordable regional transit system. We're going to see the Purple Line. We're going to see all the BRTs. I'm not stopping at Route 29. You're welcome. I was talking to some people in Gaithersburg the other day, and there was like, come BRT up through 355, and we're going to make it happen because folks need to be able to get around our county, to see each other, to enjoy the things that we have in this county, and it's unacceptable that they can't. We are going to protect and expand health care for the members of our community. When I moved to Maryland, it was such a blessing because I am diabetic, and for the 9 months that I lived in Virginia, I didn't have health care coverage. And there are other people who can tell you the story of what you have to do when you have a chronic disease and you don't have health care coverage. All the machinations that you have to try and go through in order to see if you can get some medication. The way that you've got to stretch medical equipment and supplies in ways that they were never meant to be stretched. And the way that you have to figure out whether you go to the doctor when you're hurt or whether you pay your rent. And we are going to make sure that the programs that we have stay and grow, and that vulnerable communities like women, the LGBTQ community, elders, and children, all are guaranteed access to the health care that they need. We are going to make sure that planning and economic development in our county puts the needs of our people and our communities and neighborhoods above developer profits. And we are going to treat every neighborhood and every school in Montgomery County as a good neighborhood and a good school. Because conventional wisdom that tells you that there are certain places in our county that aren't worth investing in and aren't worth caring about is over. So that's what we're going to do, but it's how we do it that is going to change what people believe is possible about Montgomery County politics. We are going to show that a campaign funded by hundreds of small dollar donors can win against campaigns funded by big money. And I want to know if anyone living here, actually, really, you don't have to live here. If you don't know about Montgomery County's public election fund, I am telling you now, this is an amazing first in the state opportunity that we have to concretely put electoral reform around campaign financing into action, to do it in a way that is equitable, to do it in a way that prioritizes accountability to the people. And I'm excited to see this spread across the state of Maryland and into places like DC, where I know they're working on it as well. Because we need elections that are funded by the people, so that they are accountable to the people. And we are going to show that all of those folks that people write off as unlikely voters are young voters, people of color, immigrants, people with low incomes, aren't apathetic or lazy or stupid, that they are waiting for the opportunity to get engaged and to get organized around something that actually speaks to their needs and their dreams and their visions. And we are going to do that. We will come out of this election having organized thousands of people in Montgomery County to take back their government. And we will show that we can elect a county council and a state delegation that truly represents the diversity of Montgomery County in gender and sexual identity, in race and ethnicity, in age, in religion, and in economic status. Because we will prove that the people of this county have the power to elect officials who will be accountable to them and their values, to be decision makers with those officials in shaping the policies and priorities of what our government needs to be doing, and ultimately to make equity not just an idea, a nice progressive ideal for Montgomery County, but a concrete, lived reality every day for every person who lives here. This is our moment, and this is our movement. This is your movement. And right now, today, is the time when we stand up and we claim our power to change the world. Thank you.